Hello guys, I'd like to do some video. Maybe you can see it as a coaching video on playing a little bit 30 NL on 888 poker. So the stakes are quite normal here, and I think 30 NL is most of the played stakes here on 888 poker. So I would like to continue my playing on this limit, and maybe I can go next month or in 2 months I can go and try 50 NL, but for now I'm playing 30 NL. So let's go ahead and play some other hands. It's like a Zoom variant. Well, in PokerStars you have a Zoom variant playing 25 NL. They don't have a 25 NL, so they're playing 30 NL and then 50 NL, no 25 NL, so 2 NL, 5 NL, 10 NL, and then 30 NL, and 50 NL and further. Let's value bet. I'm gonna bet higher because I see no reason to bet small. If he has something, he's gonna continue. Well, it's perfect return. We're gonna bet high again because I think if he has a flush draw, he's gonna continue. If he has some else, he's gonna continue. Well, he calls me. Now I'm thinking about check and giving him an opportunity to bluff, or to value bet. If he has a jack, I'm gonna for value bet. I'm gonna bet pretty high. And he folded. So either he's good enough to fold his ace jack, or he missed his flush. So maybe in this occasion, I don't want to be result oriented, but in this occasion we might check to bluff, to let him bluff. But guy raising from first position, so if I had the ace king with no suits, I'm gonna 3-bet him, but I don't want to blow off ace king suited if somebody 4-bets me, so that's why I decided to just call. I'm gonna respect his open from UTG, and now something happening here. And the first table too, I'm gonna squeeze here, and I'm gonna squeeze big, like I wanna steal it. And well, here I'm gonna just call, see what happens. Maybe it's a bad call, but anyway, I check. I'm gonna bet $6 to represent something, and the guy raises me. That's bad. He snap called me a big raise. Now it's raising me. I hope he has a queen, ace queen, and then we could, queen jack, perfect. Well, he's drawing that, and here I'm gonna bet $10, really high. But I think if somebody slow plays jacks or like queens, kings, they will not think I have a value hand, which I'm gonna check behind. So I want to get paid for some value hands, and I made well, it's really hard to get paid right now actually with this card. I'm gonna try. If he has like 2 jacks with jack of clubs, because he called pretty fast, I want to get called by worst clubs. But actually I'm saying I have, well, you see, it's let's set this out. So what happened here is, let's put ace king suited. I had ace king suited, so I decided I decided just to call, because I thought like if I had ace king offsuit, I'm gonna 3-bet of course, because I don't like to play ace king out the position without leading. But I also get like well, and I don't want him to 4-bet, so I should like moving with ace king suited against first position raiser. Yeah, I have two blockers, but it's more like a drawing hand than the best hand if he wants to go all in with me. So that's why I decided just to flat, and this guy squeezes and he calls. Now it's kind of to be awkward. If I push, I only get called by hands that has me beat. And now I have a great implied odds to make like a big, like an ace. It's always like a nuts. If an ace appears, I can make a bit more money from the both villains. So that's why I decided to flat go. But there is some arguments to see, like to push or to re-raise back, because this guy could make just a standard squeeze. So then it's a flush draw and check check check. I bet it pretty high, and well, let's get there was a old check check check. I was playing like if somebody bets, I'm gonna raise them and go in on this hand, because I think like I have a big equity on the flop, so I didn't expect them both to check. I thought somebody gonna lead out, but they both check. So when the turn appears, I think I want to get now paid from the hands who have some equity, but don't want just wanted to check behind. So like let's say like somebody has two jacks with the action pre-flop, probably they're not gonna bet this flop because get two callers, so or one raiser or something. If if you can watch from them their position. So I think I want to get paid now from hands which has some equity, so that's why I bet it real high, like almost the bet pot, to get called by a hand which has some pairs or some draws or something, and I get a call. That 5 of clubs is actually a bad card because it kills some action, but I think like if somebody calls me here, he probably has club covered too. Maybe some two queens with queen of clubs, two jacks with jack of clubs. So that might be the reason why he called. So and that's why I decide to push, and I get called. He actually flopped it, if you put it this way. He played it bad, like cold call. Let's say he's a calling. Well, calling. He's not a calling station. He's a little bit, something in between. But he like opens UTG Jack 10 X, Jack 10 off, and calls a big 3-bet in position, checks behind flopped nuts. So it's a bad hand to play the way he played it. So well, I think I get paid maximum here, and it's kind of questionable to bet it all on the river or not, but I really think if he calls a bet from 11 bucks on the river, he's gonna call my bet of 22 bucks. So I rather to put it everything in than to make a real small bet to see if he get calls. I think the hands which gonna call me with 11 bucks is gonna call with 22 bucks too, so that's why I put it in. That's that hand, and let's open the other hand. No table option. Oh no, here kings, yeah, here. So I'm gonna make a lot of floor speed. So what happened here? Pick up two kings, I know that. Guy opens, he makes a small 3-bet, I 4-bet big, and he snaps me off. I have a queen, I bet, and he raises. And well, when he raises, it starts to be awkward, but I didn't see him mean 3-bet this guy. I thought he just called him. Because I was concentrating on the other hand, which I played before with my ace king suited. So I didn't notice he made like a mean re-raise. Otherwise, I will make even bigger my 3-bet. It's like 4-bet now. I made real big because I expect him to do with worse hands than two kings. It's not always aces here. and I will be happy to get it in pre-flop. So because the guys who just do make some mini re-raises, they never folding. I could even push away a lot of times. I get caught anyway. So especially on this side. So I made it. I bet big on the flop, and he raises. I really do not expect him to have a set here, because I think with a set he's gonna just call and make his move on the turn. You have to remember that people raise you on the flop, they really will have a best hand than having like a top pair hand. Sometimes they don't know what to do with their top pair, so they're gonna just raise because they don't want to see ace or a king there, so they're gonna kill their hand, they think. So they're gonna make a mistake, raise you there. And sometimes it's the hand like 6-8, like they want, well, I have a good equity now, I want to gamble, but will not be bad at all, because in this like his position, I'm in late position too. I still can fold if he like make a big re-raise. If he has 6-8, if he has a 6-8, it's a perfect. So he gonna raise in a fold. It's like he's gonna win a lot of money in the long term by playing 6-8 this way. But he doesn't have a 6-8, and he has a hand like a queen. He's gonna lose on the long term, because all the hands I have him beat, I'm gonna put all in. All the hands which he has me beat, I'm gonna fold. So he's gonna lose like a lot of value, and he's gonna lose all his money if he's wrong. And the hands like the only hands which he could play like the way is aces too, but raise the flop, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, with aces, in 50% of the time you call, 50% of the time you raise. It's only depending on what kind of image I do have of my 4-bet pre-flop. So I do not expect a set. When people flop the set, most of the times, it's not always like 100%, but most of the time it's gonna make them move on the turn or the river. That's what I'm using against a good player. So when I flop the set, I'm gonna raise it right away. But most of the guys, like especially who are loose pre-flop, they're gonna just call. He has a position. He's not out of position. He has a position, so he will definitely not lose the value on the turn. If I somehow gonna check on the turn, he can bet. So there is no reason for him to re-raise with the set now. So that's why I thought, like, it looks like ace queen to me, and he just want to gamble with ace queen, or he just low played his aces and want to get max value from aces. I really didn't think he had the set. And he has worse, like it's, we just say he is it a maniac? No. Is it overly aggressive? Well, overly aggressive could be a good player too. I'll say he's a donkey. Like mean 3-bet, queen jack off, or off, no, not 0, off, and calls big fee bet, and I will say stacks, getting stacked, post flop with top pair, decent kicker. Yeah, I think that's the information we all need about him. It's like, I really don't know why he played it this way, the way he played it, but it's a bad poker. So I made like I played 2 big hands and I made good money with it. So I think like let's see, I double up, so it's 60 bucks in just 2 minutes. Nice payment actually. So let's close this one. And I don't like to play deep stacks, so I'm just gonna be out, and let's play the other. It's like feeding time. There's actually some guy. Oh, what did I did? No, not the casino. I didn't want to play casino. No. Yes, this. Yeah. So I play like 15 minutes more, and then if you pick up a big hand somewhere, we can discuss it again. Ace queen off. If folds to me, I'm gonna open. If this guy raising, I could 3-bet him. If this guy raising, I'm gonna fold because I know he's a loose opener. This guy could 3-bet me, but he doesn't. I was gonna use that king, so I'm gonna bet, and I'm gonna bet a little bit bigger because if I really have a king, there are flush draws, so I'm gonna raise bigger, and that's what happens. I was planning actually to play a regular stacks, but I didn't do it because I thought like, hey, regular tables, but I didn't do it because there were no enough bad players. I played like 4 tables, but all of the players were good there, so I decided, well, let's try. I'm gonna bet with my gut shot here. Just want to take it down, and this guy is a calling station, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna it's like my first instinct say the way he played this hand, limp fold, should be a calling station, but if I'm wrong and he just misclicked it or something, and maybe he's a good player who just trying something out by limping on a small blind, I'm gonna just adjust my notes somewhere in the future, so he has to prove me I'm wrong. My experience tells me he is not a good player. If folds to me, I'm gonna open with king queen, and I do open. I do expect a 3-bet for this guy, but he doesn't. Yesterday he 3-bet me quite a lot. Wasn't running too well against him, and I see a limp, and this guy makes a standard. No, I'm not gonna go crazy. I could like see it as an open, like he tried to steal it from him and tried to re-steal, but I have the best position, so I think this guy could see it through and make a loose 4-bet. Yeah, 4-bet. This guy is loose enough, this Sanya, I know him, so I can 3-bet with my jacks, and I don't expect a lot of calls. If he 4-bets me, I mean, he has a better hand than 2 jacks, and I think he's gonna flat with ace king a lot of times, so yeah, he's not gonna 4-bet with ace king there if he doesn't expect can fold from my 3-bet, and I didn't show them like I'm gonna 3-bet fold a lot of times. Most times when I 3-betted like the hands before, like 2 kings, I'm ready enough to gamble for all my stacks, so I think they're gonna respect that. Bambino is a good guy, is a good player. I mean, I'm not gonna call his all-in. He's a short stack, but he's a professional short stacker. So I think my ace king is beat here. So I'm gonna fold and watch, see what happens if somebody calls him. No, nobody called him. I'm gonna check. I didn't bet here because I think all the hands I'm beating gonna fold it anyway. So I decided. Now he bets big. I don't like it. Look like he tried it to suck me in. Really don't like it actually. but because of the action I have to call. And yeah, you see him, he tried to suck me in, and he like succeeded. Bad play by me. But because I checked, I felt like he might fool me by betting first small and then big. So I decided to call him. This guy raises pretty big. I'm gonna try to 3-bet him anyway, but I'm not gonna 3-bet him too big. Like $3 is more than enough. Hopes that works, otherwise we're gonna fold. And Quick Masters, I know it's a professional player. I'm gonna just call because I expect him to fold a lot of hands if I 3-bet him here. And this guy calls and now checks behind. Yeah, I have to bet because I have no equity with my ace. So I'm going to 330 and it's good enough. 150 I'm going to call. No, well, ace is a bad hand. Bad card, but I think he's going to use that ace a lot of times. So we're going to call his turn bet too. But he checks. That's... Now I want to get paid by... from nines or something, so I'm gonna bet. And she opens slide, so I'm gonna 3-bet, squeeze here with nines. I think my nines is pretty good, and if she 4-bets me, she has better hand than 2 nines most often. Gambling always a really good player. And Priest Kassat is real good players too, so I'm gonna try to flop a set. Doesn't succeed. When he bets so fast, the guy has something. I mean, he fooled me one time by betting so fast, like he making like a really automatic c-bet. So but I'm not get fooled here too, because it's actually a good board to make a call with my fives, but when he betted so fast, I know he has it. He just want to say I'm gonna make one bet, and if he calls, I'm gonna give up here. Threes is not a bad card to me. I'm gonna check. Maybe I'm gonna check call one, but by check calling, well, don't like my position at all here actually with 2 fives. Maybe I should have fired one more. He bets 120. Interesting. Why he made so small? Because he wants me in? Where he's from? United Kingdom. Doesn't say anything. I'm gonna fold. Just okay. Looks like he has a 10, the way he's playing, and I don't think I can let him fold this 10s, even if I re-raise him. Gonna make 90 set with my aces. No action. Alright. So I'm gonna record for like 7 minutes more, and then we're gonna stop our session. 4-5 suited, it's way too loose, and there are a lot of guys who are gonna 3-bet me, so I'm gonna fold. Especially the one who was on the bottom. Gonna raise. This girl, I assume it's a girl because it's a picture of a girl from one Polish girl. I think she's a good player, but I had seen like two moments when she made a move at what it could be only based on the information she had on the player. Like she re-raised with top pair and get it in against someone who had aces. This is awkward here. If I check, somebody gonna bet and steal, but I really don't think I could get called by worse, so I'm gonna check behind. I might check call one depending on the bet. Oh, he makes a real big one. I'm not sure I am good here with 2 6s. Might be, but I mean there are another player who were behind me, so they could do something. So I'm gonna fold. Really proud of my 6s. Too much players. I mean, if I was against the 2 players, I could do something, but well, somebody just limps from the first position, so I'm always gonna raise, and my raise get called, and see what the Russian guy will do, who limped. He thinks, and he limped, and he called. I'm gonna bet big because I think like I want to get value right now. It's not a good board just to call, just to check. Well, the guy called me. Well, I'm gonna bet again. If he raises, I'm folding because he's gonna raise with all hands which have me beat. But I have to bet big, so I will not give him odds to get his flush or straight. So that's why I decided if I bet big, otherwise I check. No reason to bet small and give him more odds to hit his hand. The more question will be if he calls me and the river breaks out, what do I do? What do I do? Check call or bet fold? Probably a bet fold is more. It's a bet call here on a bet fold more optimally because you can get called by reverse ace. So maybe bet fold is the best. It's a bad call. It's more a squeeze hand than a call, but I getting right odds to get a good. It's not a good flop. If somebody do something, I'm gonna fold because, like, I could be drawing that already. So. Well, this is interesting. This guy likes to 3-bet me, but now he 3-bets me when I starting under the gun. So I'm gonna give him more credit in this situation. If he were like on a later position, I'm probably gonna 4-bet him with 2 4s, but now he does it when I'm under the gun, so I should give him more respect. So I'm gonna fold here. Then they just know what you're doing and gonna 3-bet you light, but probably not when you're raising under the gun. So so the bad play by me if you just call. I'm gonna open with ace-10 suited if nobody does something. Yeah, easy decision to open here, and I always like make a fast raises. If the guy have like 30 or at least $20, I'm probably gonna 3-bet him, but now I'm just gonna call him because I don't wanna call his push with just 2 7s. Yeah, I'm gonna call the 7s. It's actually a good card for me. He checks. I see no reason to bet here because I do not expect him to call with worse than 2 7s. I'm gonna check. If he makes Jack 9, yeah, that's why it's a good check. And the guy like that probably doesn't fold if you 3-bet him pre-fold. So I might lose more money if I'm going to 3-bet him, or he could put me in a bad spot if he just 4-bets all in. So if he just decide to go crazy, hey, I have suited hands, so let's go. I know this guy, he plays, he could raise with nothing. I have a position though, so probably in position I'm gonna raise small with all my 3-bet hands. So if I make like bigger, it will be like he makes it real small 4-bet, and he made it really fast. It's a tell actually. On the other side, I do get pot out to call, but I'm gonna tank a little bit. Don't wanna. I really do get good pot outs to just call, but actually it's a bad call. It's a bad call, really. So now what? He checks. When he checks though, I think I'm gonna continue with my betting. I expect him to call a lot. Yeah, and I'm gonna put him all in here with my ace. Maybe he pays off. Oh, with just a 5. Cool. I'm gonna check behind because he could trap me with over pairs. Yeah, okay, now I'm gonna bet 2 times because I do expect to have a big hand, and try to get him. Actually, I should have bet smaller. Yeah. The call was a bet, but if I can make this kind of results of playing this way, the way I played it, let's play last hands. I just took a pot from him, so I want to 3 bet and fold, and I'm gonna open with ace jack. If I can play, yeah, I'm gonna make a small C bet, and I'm gonna fold if he does something, re-raise or call. Yeah, okay, so in the other hand with let's see, ace 10 suited, I made a pretty okay, I made a pretty loose call, 4-bet call, just because I had the position and he didn't make too big for me, so I could call. But also he has to be worried when I cold call him here. It's actually, I'm telling him like I have 2 jacks plus when I'm or 2 tens plus when I cold call him. I'm probably gonna play 9s more aggressively because like he's also give me a nice pot outs for 2 9s. But anyway, when he checks flop, it could be a trap, so he's gonna raise me. If I bet he could shove, and maybe he tried to get call with some pairs or some top pairs. So I decided to check back to see what he does on the turn. When he checks the turn, it's kind of obvious what he has. He probably has some ace high hands, and he's probably gonna fold. Actually, I should make. It's 11 bucks. I bet like 6. I think I should make like 5 or something. It's when I'm at $6, it's like on the corner, like on the limit. If I'm bet bigger, it could be like, why he's bet bigger? I checked two times behind, so I probably do not sell a big hand, so he doesn't have to bet big. So this is like some corner bet. Like if I make bigger, he can just push away with ace high and probably gonna win the spot for me, because it will be not really believable. But this bet, it's like I should have made small, like 580 or something, like a little bit more than yeah, actually it's only I see 10.98. I think about $10, but it's actually $11. So this bet is perfect. A little bit slice more than a half pot, so it's actually a perfect bet. And well, he folds, and pre-flop it's actually a bad call because I have not a lot of information about the guy how he played post flop. So it's actually a hand which I could 5 bet all in or fold, but if I can play the way I played it and take this spot sometimes by playing a little bit loose pre-fold, then this win what I made like $5 on just playing a little bit loose pre-flop, then gonna add up really quickly. So I'm not gonna lose my money long term when I make this then I make this loose calls. So if I can play like that, having a good read on situation and gonna outplay him, because you always have the better hand, because if he has nothing at all, so you're always gonna see bet this board. When he checks behind, he probably has ace high, and if I have a pair, I'm probably gonna check the flop and fire on the turn if he checks behind. So it's like a standard way I will play with my pair. So I made a believable bet too with my pair, so just okay, you have it, and you called my 4-bet, so I give her credit, I'm gonna fold. Okay, that's for today. I just want to see how much I made it. I started with 49, 50, 88 bucks. Today I made it 88 bucks. It's okay for like 1 hour playing. No, not even, it's like 36 minutes. Yeah, it's perfect. So I really like the way I played it. I like the result. So I see you next time. Thank you for your attention. Bye.